Hey guys, Alex here. Sometimes you just gotta pick up the damn camera and get filming because there comes a point where it gets a bit ridiculous at trying to find the perfect bloody moment to start filming without worrying about the unexpected, without worrying about people who are approaching you in the street.
Come back.
Yeah.
Not Republic, not... You understand me?
Yes.
Bagration.
I'm interested.
This
Keep talking.
King's family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, old Georgish story.
Okay.
Okay? You are welcome in Sakartvelo.
Thank you very much. So in all honesty, I've spent a good chunk of today trying to find the perfect moment to film, and of course something always happens. There's noise, there's people approaching, and you want to sort of turn things down and wait for them to pass and not look silly and not look embarrassed. There's noises of cars, there's motorbikes that go past, there's too much sun, too little sun. It's unbelievable the amount of chaos that opens up to you once you step outside of your front door. And of course it got me thinking that's kind of reality, isn't it? That's kind of how things work. I think those of us who can handle chaos and who can expect the unexpected will be at a huge advantage, because chaos and the natural flow of things, the natural order of things, which is basically just nuts. Nothing will ever go the way you want it to go. So you're going to have to deal with the idea that things will never be perfect, and especially when you open yourself up to what I'm doing, which is just very, very chaotic. There's never a perfect moment, so you've got to push through that discomfort of things not being ideal. And if you can do that, you are slowly mastering a skill that is going to set you ahead incredibly far. Dealing with the unexpected and expecting things to go wrong. You might see that I'm a little bit fidgety and a bit jumpy. I'm fairly new to this, but I know that by showing you guys a bit of the outdoors, showing you guys some of the context in which I do things, it's going to add value to the video. I know that they're not perfect yet and they're a bit shaky, but I thought this was a good opportunity to talk about this, and how there are basically two elements to being a standout creative and being someone who is going to get far with their own projects and their own entrepreneurial endeavors. The first one is choosing to do something that interests you, even if it's just surface level, because being interested in something is going to keep you longer. To choose something that will hold your interest for a long period, that's what Steve Jobs talked about a lot, and he made some sense, but he also forgot about the idea of how we also need to develop the skill of dealing with the chaos of reality. And it's one of those barriers to entry that is going to mark the wheat from the chaff, those who are going to succeed and those who aren't. So the ones who they know to expect problems and they prepare for them in advance. So now that I'm getting used to this process of walking around in my local neighborhood and expecting motorbikes to go past, expecting birds to fly by and shit on me, I think knowing that if you can overcome these barriers, the barriers that tend to put most people off, these moments of insecurity and doubt that mean that a lot of people move on from one shiny object to the next, and they can never stay with one project for long enough because there's too many insecurities and too much of the unexpected that shows up. And if you can be one of those select few who can just stay with something for a bit longer and not give up when you feel uncomfortable and annoyed and frustrated like I have today, and just hold your ground and push out into the void, the uncomfortable, and hold yourself there like a true warrior, you're getting over a barrier that most people are fazed by, they are not comfortable with, and they will give up if the barrier is too big, and for most people it is. On the other side of that barrier, of course, the other side of your fear, the other side of taking courage, is usually an amazing product that most people haven't seen before, something fresh, something original that most people haven't got the courage to drive themselves through. If you're looking to bring something interesting and creative into the world and you want to inspire others, choose something that will hold your attention for a while, for a long time, and don't allow it to be a passing fad. Just have something that will hold your interest, but also expect the unexpected, expect things to be challenging, and expect yourself to feel uncomfortable for many, many moments, knowing that if you can get through those moments, you are going to be a cut above the rest, and you're going to start attracting people to you for the courage that you've taken. This is to help you guys in whatever projects or endeavors or jobs you might be facing and dealing with, knowing that you've got a bargain for mishaps and unpleasant, awkward moments and frustrations and moments of anguish and anger and despair. If you can hold with those things and get through them, you're going to elevate yourself very quickly, and you're going to attract people who are inspired by that kind of thing, and you will set yourself apart by going through the struggles and staying with the suffering and the pain and the misery. So hopefully that was useful. Just a quick note today, not a very long video, but I wanted to just raise this topic because it was a challenging one for me today. Running around like a headless chicken trying to find the perfect moment. Of course, that perfect moment never comes. I mean, there are obviously moments that are better suited than others, but overall there's always going to be that element of chaos, a sense of not having control. Those of us who can handle the lack of control will have the most control. It's a funny dichotomy, but that's really the key thing. You need to get skilled at being out of control. The way you can hone that skill is through emotional control, not getting reactive and angry to how the situations unfold, because they're always going to be imperfect and they're never going to suit you perfectly. So get skilled at dealing with a lack of control. The more lack of control you deal with in reality, the more you are going to be setting yourself apart, and the more value you're going to accrue through experiencing that hell, because you're creating something through some barriers to entry that a lot of people aren't willing to deal with. So think about how that can apply to your own world. Stay strong, be a warrior, and be embracing of the pain. Subscribe, like if you enjoyed this, give me ideas on other videos, and I will see you soon.